Hello, hello, hello there, my beautiful YouTube family. Welcome to another episode of Smile with Me. I'm Lisa, your host, and today I want to talk to you about your character and your purpose. So let's go ahead and dig right in because I don't want to make this one too long. What I want to begin with is a Bible verse that kind of centers around what I want to talk to you about tonight. And it comes from Proverbs, the 11th chapter, and the 25th verse from the easy to read version. And it says, "Give freely, and you will profit. Help others, and you will gain more for yourself." Now, who wouldn't want that? Yeah, that's super simple right there. So, this afternoon, I was listening to one of my favorites, Real Talk Kim. I was listening to one of her podcasts. Can't remember the name of it, but she was talking about how sometimes you lose people in your life based on your character, and she said that sometimes your character their character cannot keep up with your purpose. And so sometimes they have to fall by the wayside because of that. And I got to thinking because I was walking on the trail as I was listening to it, and I just got to thinking, like just in the last I just went back like the last 3 4 months just since this year, just some of the people that I have not really been in contact with as much as I have been maybe last year or years prior to that. And then I got to thinking about even last year, and stuff, like just with some of the people, I haven't been in contact with them either, and I was like, could it be that maybe their character couldn't keep up with my purpose, and they just chose to say bye bye, and keep it moving? I don't know. I mean, it was really interesting, because I just started kind of going through my phone contacts and stuff, and I was like, nope, haven't talked to that person in a while. Nope, haven't talked to that person in a while. No, haven't talked to that person in a while. And just going on and on and on. And I found a good, 14, 15 people on there, that some of them I may not have even talked to for about 2 or 3 years or even since the pandemic and stuff. And so I was like, you know what? I probably don't need to keep them in my contacts and stuff, I don't know, for whatever reason, we just fell off, we just, fell out of contact with each other, Could it have been because, their character couldn't keep up with my purpose? I don't know. Could it just be, that we have just grown apart from each other and stuff? Hey, I don't know. We were going in two separate directions, perhaps. I don't know. But at the end of the day, hey, it's all good, because I want the best for everyone. If they fell off, then hey, you know what? Then they have a different purpose from me, and things. And that's okay. I have a different purpose as well, and that's okay. Nobody has to have the same purpose, so just be okay with having different purposes. I'm not mad at them. I don't have any ill feelings towards them or anything, but if they're in my phone and I haven't talked to them for maybe 2 or 3 years, then, I probably can go ahead and take them out of my contacts. So I did a little bit of research this evening after I was listening to Real Talk Kim, and just, looking for some research on your character and your purpose. And so I found an article that was called "Start Finding Your Purpose and Unlock Your Best Life." And it is written by a lady named Maggie Wool. And on the credits page, or the references page, excuse me, I will have the link to the article in case you might want to go read it in depth. There was about 14 or 15 things listed there, but I'm not going to hold you up very long and stuff. So I just found four that I thought would be very interesting for us to discuss. So mainly, when I was reading through it, and it talked about getting rid of baggage. That can be people who want to hold you back, and so that you can't fulfill your purpose. So number one, I think you probably need to take inventory of your contacts or your friends list on social media and things, and just see. Maybe there's some baggage on there that you need to get rid of. So let me go ahead and get started with telling you some of the things that I found online. The first thing that I want to talk to you about that I found in my research was under growth mindset. And a growth mindset is just trying to uh, expand your mind, not staying stuck in a box, and just doing things the same way all the time and stuff, but trying new things and stuff, and even listening to input from different people, who are trying to see you grow and to help you grow. Under growth mindset, it talked about embracing challenges and opportunities and to persevere in spite of. Even if you attempt something and you fail at it, you're not too good at it or whatever, don't just throw in the towel or pack up your bags and hit the road and stuff. You hang in there in spite of and give it another try. The next thing that was listed, it was called giving back. This is real simple. It's as simple as you're giving back, volunteering, you're donating some money or donating your time or donating your skill. Look for ways to be of service. And one thing, and some of you may not agree with me on this, and that's okay too. I'm going to still love you anyway. But in my opinion, it is simply my opinion, and we know what opinions will do for you. But in my opinion, I think that when you are giving back to someone, especially if it's monetary or you're providing a type of service or something for someone, that doesn't need to be advertised. Sometimes I see on social media, where people will get out there, like, hey, today at church I did blah, 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 blah. Today, I paid it forward for the folks in line at Chick-fil-A. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Today, I put X amount of dollars in the offering plate at church, or I went to the soup kitchen, and I volunteered there and stuff, or I donated whatever it was, to a family that's in need and things like that. To me, and again, please understand, please don't misunderstand me. This is simply my opinion, and I believe that we are all on this earth to give back to one another, especially those of us who are trying to move forward into our purpose. I'm just not comfortable with when someone is telling me about what they've done. It reminds me of something about not letting your right hand know what your left hand is doing and things, so it's kind of like, just do it. You don't have to tell anybody because God sees it. And that's all that matters, is that God sees that you're giving back. You don't have to advertise it at all. Please don't stop watching my videos because I've said that. I know that may have touched on some things, some people's hearts and stuff like that. But again, this is just my opinion. Alrighty? Don't unsubscribe from me. Please keep watching. The next thing is practicing gratitude. Oh my gosh. I am telling you, I am one grateful human being. I have experienced so much stuff in my life that that a lot of people have never had to experience and things. And I am just grateful to be of my sound mind, and for having my health and my strength, and to be able to wake up every morning and take in that deep breath of fresh air. And when my feet hit the floor, I know that the enemy is saying, oh my God, she is awake. Let me get busy, because she is out there, because that's me. I just love spreading joy and telling about the goodness of God. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the good as well as the not so good, because without that not so good, I wouldn't know what it was like when I got something good. I might take it for granted or take advantage of it. So I'm telling you, you just don't, it pays off to be grateful. And it pays off to thank God for the things that has gone, that has happened for you throughout the day. Even on the way home tonight, I was just, in the car and just reflecting on the day, of how things have gone for me, even though there was one hiccup throughout the day, at the end of the day, that hiccup even became smooth and stuff. So it was all good. It was a win-win, and I just am grateful for the day. Practicing that gratitude could mean some acts of kindness that you're doing for someone, just a random act of kindness. It could be, an elderly person that is trying to load grocery in their car, and things, go help them do that. Even if you're in the parking lot, and there's maybe again an elderly person or someone who's pregnant or someone who's disabled, and they're trying to get their cart back into the store, and you're right there, just do that for them. I had an experience of it's probably been about 2 or 3 years, maybe longer than that, a few years ago. I'm sorry, I can't remember exactly when it was, but I remember there was an elderly lady that was at the gas pump next to me, and she was having trouble operating the gas pump. And before I could get to her, there was a man on the other side of her who, but the two of us were obviously, observing what was going on with her. And he walked over and helped her and assisted her, with getting her gas pumped and things. And I was just, overhearing their conversation. And she was telling him about how she had recently lost her husband and stuff, and how he used to do those things for her. He would take the car and gas it up and stuff. And so now she was having to do that herself. And so she was basically learning. And this lady was maybe, 70 plus years old and stuff. And I was just like, wow, I am so glad that man was there to help her. So just random acts of kindness like that. And, sometimes, it helps to just write down about 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for throughout the day. Just write down maybe 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for. They can be things that that a lot of sometimes people take for granted. Like I said earlier, just being able to breathe in that fresh air and being able to do it without the assistance of an oxygen tank or or a concentrator or anything like that, but being able to breathe in, and just have breath, and have breath in your lungs and things. So just thinking about those things. And the last thing I want to talk to you about, like I said, there was about 13 or 14 things on there, but I just pulled off 4. And the other one was spend time with people who inspire you. I'm going to let that one sink in for a second. Spend time with people who inspire you. Now, I know you've heard me say things similar to that before, about being with people who are where you're trying to go. Team up with those people. And I think I've mentioned those people in life groups and things. So just make sure you're with folks who can lift you up when you are thriving. Folks who can lift you up even when you're not thriving. Folks who can encourage you. Folks who can help your growth mindset. Who can build you up and help you to understand what it means to think outside your box. And it's okay. It's okay if you don't think the same way somebody else does. Let that person have their own opinion. You have your opinion. And guess what? It is all right. You can still remain friends. You may be family or members or whatever, but that can still the same. You can be 2 different people with 2 different opinions, but still love the person and still have contact with the person. Surround yourself with positive people who will lift you up and will not tear you down or discourage you, even when you get some good news. Have you ever tried to tell somebody some good news, and then they're like, oh, you know what? I wouldn't bank on that. Oh, they just telling you that, or man, don't get too excited about it. It won't last long. If I were you, I'd be careful. I'd do some more research on that, and stuff, and you're like, okay, thanks, for doing that, but no thanks. So you know what? Maybe I won't share my good news with you anymore, I don't know. Maybe they're just a little jealous. Maybe somebody's got some jelly beans going on. I don't know. But just be careful with who you are surrounding yourself with. So just want to give you a quick review of the 4 things that I picked out to talk to you about: having a growth mindset, giving back, practicing gratitude, and spending time with people who inspire you. Think about what I was saying at the very beginning when I was listening to Real Talk Kim's podcast earlier today, where she was saying that sometimes people discard you, and stuff because their character can't keep up with your purpose. And quite frankly, I know what my purpose is. I know that my purpose is to spread joy to as many people as I possibly can and to share with them about the goodness of God. My purpose is to have a positive attitude and to always see the good in everything. Even if it's bad, I can find some good in something. It doesn't matter what it is. So just think about that. And, like if you have some people that are around you or you have some baggage that you need to get rid of and stuff like that, get rid of that baggage because that baggage will hold you back and you won't be able to move forward and live fully in your purpose. So I want to, before I hop off, just want to give you a quick review of our Bible verse for tonight, which is coming from Proverbs, the 11th chapter, the 25th verse from the easy to read version of the Bible. And it says to give freely and you will profit. Help others and you will gain more for yourself. Yeah, all those parts. I like that. That's good stuff right there, y'all. Well, YouTube family, once again, I just want to thank you. You can't imagine just how grateful I am, that you have allowed me to come into your space one more time to drop some words of encouragement on you. Before I get off today, I do ask for your prayers for the Tanglewood Middle School family and the entire community. They've experienced a tragedy that no one would ever want to happen in their area. So if you would please keep that family, keep those students, the staff, the entire school district in your thoughts and prayers. Pray for strength for them to be able to attend school safe and to not have any anxiety and fears of being in school. So again, if you know someone, who can benefit from these words of encouragement that I have provided for you today, please, please, please share it with them. Don't forget to tell them to like and subscribe to my channel and to share it with another friend if they would. I truly appreciate you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I pray that you have an amazing rest of your day.